Hello, and Tam BOTC channel. I thought I'd mention something that I didn't get to mention in the Asmongold videos. I know there's a lot of stuff that I've been making on Asmongold. I only have one other video planned, but I don't know when to do it, as well as it's nothing too serious, honestly. But I want it to be the last video, but there keeps cropping up things that I myself haven't thought of for some reason when I was doing those videos. I remember once again the comment that said I was touching on Asmongold, yet I don't touch on Mizkif and the Hassan stuff, and there's even more stuff coming out. First off, let me give you a little bit of background on me. I don't watch streamers. I ironically am someone who does streams that doesn't watch streamers. I've only a few times watched somebody, and it has to be somebody I'm invested in. And most of the time, when I watch that person, it's through either clips or smaller videos that they make that I discover them through. I barely am on Twitch. I honestly don't even use Twitch unless my friend Josh is on there, which he also seems to be rarely on there streaming. So streamers are just not a thing, as well as I'm not just a big fan of influencers in general. I hope I never become the equivalent of that, but you can't avoid that kind of stuff, I guess, depending on how big you grow and when. But I do not watch streamers. I barely even knew people like Mizkif and Hassan even freaking existed until YouTubers that I watch that are far bigger than me touched on them. Like Quinthelio, I think his name is. I can't remember his name. And like, I don't think Yang Yi did, but there were a couple other YouTubers. I think Atazi was a little late on it, but he did eventually touch on it. I should have mentioned him, by the way, in the other video. But yeah, like even those YouTubers I discovered through like videos rather than frickin' streams or anything. And I don't know if they entirely stream anyways, and if they do, what they would. So yeah, I just do not watch streamers, and there are definitely, I think the Brandon Tenold, if you know who that is, you probably don't, sums up exactly my thoughts on how I feel towards that, as well as like just generally my thought process on that is he said that, hey, you never know, there's big ass YouTubers that I'd never heard of before. He says that, and then yeah, that's the same with me. There are big ass YouTubers I've never heard of before or streamers. It's possible. And I think it's because also they just don't cross with my interests, as well as there's just not people that I'm interested in. And not only that, the next thing is I never got why Asmongold of all people is the one that people decided to get ugly with, really ugly with. I have said negative things and made videos similar, but maybe not to the same extent, about other YouTubers before. But most of the time I do it is because it's a YouTuber I used to watch, or maybe one I care about or something, or streamer that I actually cared about. One was Jim Sterling, the other was YMS, and yet I don't remember a single freaking comment really. I think I only had, if I did, I only had a single comment on the Jim Sterling one, which was that I called them the wrong pronoun, which it's just a flaw when you don't know what pronoun they go by, the person doesn't tell you, and you don't watch that person, which is another video I've been wanting to make. And I think I have made a previous video talking about, it's pretty old now, but there are a ton of YouTubers that I dropped off and just do not, or just streamers that I just do not watch or care for various reasons, from Shadversity / Night's Watch to Synthetic Man. That's right, I used to watch that guy. He's a freaking crazy loon. He's another one I've talked about, and I didn't nearly have as many people attack me over talking negative things about him, yet somehow Asmongold's a bigger deal. What the frick? I don't know. I feel like that's a bit weird when you think about it that way. I guess you could say like one's definitely bigger than the other or has bigger fan base, but I would be sure that I'd get more like negative attention even off of him, and somehow I don't. It just makes it seem all the more like more degrading and weird when you think about it with the. And you could also argue maybe my videos and the titles of them wouldn't attract as much attention or didn't really grab people as much. Maybe I even hit a freaking, I wouldn't say a nerve, but a sweet point in a way, kind of like a Souls game. I thought I'd show you some of the new comics I'd got too, so you're just not freaking bored. I forgot to go through them. I'm sorry. But it keeps my concentration too if I'm not doing something, but then I realize you guys are freaking bored or whatever. I just love the Joker, so I thought this would be cool to get. But yeah, I just thought that kind of crazy that nobody like nobody got as pissed. I must have hit something that I got more people's attention with, or like the algorithm, something about the algorithm when it came to people finding those videos and then commenting. So I don't know what happened there, but it just kind of made things look more. I don't know if I would call it hypocritical, but weird, because it's like I've had some negative things to say about these other YouTubers slash streamers. Why the hell did this one blow up the way it did? That makes no sense, and I'm practically a nobody on the frickin' platform, so why the frick are people getting so pissed off at me? I don't know. It's just really weird. By the way, I thought of something cool I can do. I'm going to be going to PAX. I actually found I'm going to get one of these costumes here. Yeah, I'm going to get a Bloodborne costume. Wear it to PAX. I've never cosplayed anywhere before, any kind of like special event or place. When I last went to PAX, I was just wearing normal clothes like I am now. So yeah, I thought I'd do something interesting this time. I had a couple ideas. I wish I could pull off the Geralt, but I know as hell I can't. So, but I would love to do something like that. There are definitely some affordable like costume parts and stuff to that, but I can't pull that off. And I'm trying to lose some weight right now. If you saw in that other video, I hate my double chin. Been trying to get rid of that damn thing for years now. I'm glad I found these books here, by the way. I found all of these not long ago, so I thought I'd show you guys and hopefully be able to read them. I'm scared to do a Cockney accent, by the way, because I tried to do a Cockney accent for my Bloodborne series, the Balthazar Urn series, and it sucked. I just kind of rolled with it, though, and at a point, I think I got to the very end, I was just like, I feel miserable doing this series, so I decided not to go through with ending it. I just made a different type of ending to it, and it was just really meant to serve as more of a let's play by that point, so I just did not like doing that. And the weird thing is I can kind of do accents fine enough. I wouldn't say perfect, but I would say fine enough. If it's attached to like a iconic kind of voice or character or something, I can kind of pull it off. Like I've done Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice before. I've done Liam Neeson, and I can somewhat pull it off just by memorizing their voice and being able to do that. But if I try to do like an original voice like I did with that series, it just does not work. I also have some I had some fried chicken. I thought I washed my goddamn hands enough, but there's still some fried chicken hot sauce on my frickin' thumb here. Sorry about that. It probably grosses you out. But yeah, I can't. I don't know why People got, especially with the Asmongold stuff, so freaking pissy about it. It was just like, bro, I've talked negative in the same way about YMS and Jim Sterling, Synthetic Man. But there were a ton of YouTubers, sadly, that I no longer watch because they've made a lot of dumbass mistakes. And that's kind of why I touched on some of them. I think I even talked about Night's Watch once. And Angry Joe. Angry Joe was another one for a while. I have resubscribed to his channel because I'm mostly there for the reviews, if anything. I'm not really there for, like, his takes on stuff. I don't know. I feel like people are way too concerned about certain stuff that's just trending and going on. I hate trending stuff in general, but like the trending stuff, especially today, that I talk about vaguely without mentioning it, though I'm sure you know what I mean, is just really boring, overused, and just nonsensical to me that I just like, whatever. I don't care. I want nothing to do with it. It's freaking everywhere. If I already hate trendy things enough, then that just is even worse. In my mind, at least. Once again, like, just take things as just my opinion. They're not to be yours, of course. I mean, I can't believe I have to say that anyways. I would think people would just get that when they watch a video. I can't believe I have to, like, say it every goddamn video. Like, I would just say, keep that in your freaking back of your head, please. Please, when you're making your freaking comments that are just there to be attention-grabbing assholes comments. I felt like I would get a lot more smart, like well thought out comments. Like I'd love to talk that kind of stuff, or even nerd crap with people. That would be cool, but no. The fact that I use Nostalgia Critic as an example of how bad some of the comments were was just, I don't know, some other like frickin' inception of stupidception. I don't know. It was ridiculous. But yeah, that's something you gotta know about me. I don't like covering drama. It's a very rare thing that I do. It wasn't until this whole situation that I felt like maybe I should approach this much more seriously than I have. And I even wrote a script. The videos were pretty freaking long. I hate the sound of my own voice. I'm not very good with, like, doing that kind of crap. I hate writing a script as well sometimes. And the few times I have done it, like, I'm just not totally into it, as well as I don't see it as being something I'm super known for. If I want to write something, it's like something else. Like I talked about writing books and crap, or stories that I'm invested in or want to tell. I don't know, but that didn't feel like what I wanted it to be, and so I remade that video. But yeah, if you want to know most of what I'm talking about, I made a video called Remaking the Asmongold and Community is Toxic video. And I'm trying to remember the other one, but it was something about rage bait. There's actually 2 rage bait videos, but I think it's the most recent one talking about rage bait. So, and I want to make, like, there's other ideas I want for videos. I'll just say this before I end this video here, but I want to do a series on surviving. Honestly, I still don't want to be remembered for the Asmongold stuff, but I don't know if that'll be something that's totally avoided, but it's still not something I want to be known for. But I'm making that kind of hard for myself. But nonetheless, I just keep on coming up with new ideas for stuff. I have an idea for a series where I wonder if I should even say this one, because I don't know if somebody else will take the idea, but then again, whatever. Then again, I do have it as video proof that I wanted to come up with this idea, so I don't know. And maybe somebody has already done it too. You never know. There's so many things people have done on the internet. But one of the things is I wanted to do Half-Life 2 and me trying to memorize, sing as many songs as I can to see how far I can get into Half-Life 2. It's gonna be embarrassing. I don't think I'm gonna sing well, but I'm gonna try my best. And then there's like trying to figure out how the microphone will work with that too. The other thing is I want to do how far can I get into a game until I die? And the ones I'm mostly focusing on are Souls likes, of course. Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, not Dark Souls 3 because I do not have a copy right now that I can use. And then at least stream. If it was Xbox, I could, but I can't stream my Xbox, sadly. And then Bloodborne, Elden Ring. I don't know if I'd want to do Sekiro. Maybe I should. Maybe I should even do some other Souls-likes like Neo and I don't think I have Liza P. Once again, not on a platform that I can actually record on. But yeah, do that. Oh, I should do that with frickin' like Bethesda games as well, like like on the hardest difficulty, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and without mods, by the way, and Skyrim, and see how far I can get in the game before I get killed, and like how much time was dedicated to it. Also Fallout 4. But yeah, we'll have to see with that. That's another idea I wanted to come up. I just frickin' stuttered there randomly. Also, excuse me. I think that was a burp. Sorry, this video is now getting gross. But I think that's about it. Once again, I do want to get to read-alongs and stuff. I just need the motivation and stuff. I'm glad I have a much better chair this time around. But yeah, this camera, for some reason, even though this is a brand new camera, it's having some weird, like, graying effect. I know the room's already kind of gray, but it's got this weird, like, fuzzy graying effect that I've been noticing lately. And one of the times I noticed it was when I zoomed out and then zoomed back in. I noticed that the camera's like vision changed literally, which was quite jarring to me. But not talking about random stuff aside, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in general. I hope you found something interesting here. And I will see you next time. Sorry if it drifted off into just randomness, but you have an awesome day. I didn't have a script on this video, so that also explains that. Bye-bye!